Hello YouTube and welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be unboxing this. So it's my first Zvezda kit and it is somewhat new to, I think it's about 2020 or 2021, I can't remember. This is the Hawk Hurricane 2C. So this kit cost me $10.99 from a model shop in Bristol, and yeah, this one I've been really looking forward to. Actually, hang on. It says on the bottom of the box it is from 2021, so this is, yeah, a new toolkit. Side of the box, all good. And on the top of the box, they're advertising some other kits that they do, which Yak 3, I appreciate this is upside down, Yak 3, F109 F2, and FW190 A4. And on the back of the box, it says it's in 1/72 scale. It's 51 parts, so not a massive amount of parts. Seems like it's just going to be sort of like a mojo build that you do over the weekend. And it is 13.6 centimeters long. Just looking from the back of the box, it looks like there could be a few issues on like wings and the body root here. But yeah, looks to be pretty good. On the box it's telling you what sort of paints you need with the Tammy and the Zvezda ones. I'll probably just wing it with some Humbrol paints since they're the only ones that I've got. And anyway, back to the front of the box, you've got yeah, hand oil paint box art. Love to see it. I do quite like looking at like these box arts. So it's a snap fit and no glue required. It's highly likely that I'm going to use glue anyway, just to be on the safe side. So getting into the box, looks like we've got a very nice looking decal sheet, which we'll get into in a minute. Just pop that there for a minute. And of course you've got instructions. Doesn't look to be too big of instructions. And then you've got the parts. So let's have a look at these instructions. We'll look at that bit in a minute. And that bit. So on the first page of the instructions, it's got two bits of information about the Hurricane. It looks to be in Russian and English, although I couldn't quite tell. And it's got some information here on like safety stuff. So on the first page it's just assembling what looks to be the wings and the cockpit floor. On the bottom here, looks like you are putting the wings together, and then of course you're assembling what looks to be parts of the cockpit onto the chassis of the aircraft, not chassis. It looks like you're putting a filter together, and then looks like the interior structure of the fuselage, which you'll put together. And yeah, you've got pilots here, so they look to be pretty good. Not the usual way you'll make a pilot for a 1/72 scale aircraft, but looks like it's going to be quite good. As you can see here though, it looks like the flaps, or the ailerons on the rudder are moulded on, so you won't be able to move them around. You just kind of have to stick them as they are, unless you like customise them yourself by like cutting them off or something along those lines. On the back, we're just putting the landing gear together, and then it's got decal placements. So then, moving on to the next sheet, looks like it's just a lot of safety information here. Multiple different languages, which is pretty good, I think. Yeah, here's multiple different languages. And finally, we're moving on to the paint scheme. This is telling you the sort of colours you'll need for the Russian scheme. I forgot to mention as well, this does come in two schemes. So you've got the Russian one here, and then on the back you've got, oh, it's three schemes, sorry. You've got a British one on the back for just fighting during the day, and then you've got the night fighter one. So, you know, standard sort of thing you'd find with a Hurricane Mark II. This also does include some decal placements, so they speak for the different versions. Very cool. If I'm honest with you, I'm very tempted to do the night fighter version. It does look quite cool. So let's have a look at some of these parts, shall we? Now these parts, just to wear the forewarning, look incredible. Like, the detail on them looks to be really, really nice. I don't see many issues with them. There's like not much flash at all. This is a kit I'm really looking forward to building. As you can see here, you've got the pilot figures. So It comes with 2 of them. I think one's a Russian one and one's a British guy. But yeah, that's quite cool. And then there's only 2 plastic screws for this. And of course you've got the one with all the most of the detail, and this one has like the wings, and of course the landing gear, which, believe it or not, wasn't on the other one. This kit, I'm going to be honest, looks fantastic. This is a kit I'm really looking forward to cracking into. So finally, let's move on to the clear parts and the decals, seeing as they've been so kind as to place them both in the same bag. Let's pull the clear parts out first. They do look very nice. I'm not seeing too many scratches on them. There is 1 or 2, but I reckon I can work around that. Very nice. Just put that to one side for a moment. Let's take out these decals. So initially, I think they look a little bit thick. But, you know, it's something I can work around. They don't look the most thick decals I've seen, but yeah, it's not cartograph level. But yeah, there's not many decals though, so for those of you that aren't a big fan of making models with hundreds of decals, this might be a good kit for you. I mean, you don't have to include all these, but yeah, it's probably a good idea if you want to go for the realism side of things. So I'm just going to put the decals and the clear parts back in the bag. And if you don't know, the reason I do this is so that the clear parts don't get scratched and the decals don't get damaged. But with that, I want to thank you all very, very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell icon. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed and have a wonderful rest of the day. Goodbye and have a good day.